Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majeski Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your Wednesday, November the 12th, 2025. Well, things looking pretty good outside. Things definitely warming up outside. And boy, did Mother Nature put on a display last night with the auroras being seen all across the area. Could not rule out we might see some more again for tonight, but it's questionable. So check those skies out for tonight. The sky should be clear, should have no problems seeing some of those auroras if they do display themselves. But in the meantime, we're still looking at a very nice warming trend going into the weekend, and I'm tracking the next chance of rain for you as well in this update. So before we get rolling, if you're watching here on Facebook, here on the Talking Live broadcast channel, please give us a like and follow. And if you're watching over on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. All right, let's go take a live look there in Chattanooga. What a gorgeous afternoon. A lot of blue skies here for this afternoon. Very nice indeed as the temperatures are warming up nicely after a couple of cold days. Same for Lake Chattooga here in North Georgia with abundant clear skies and things looking very nice indeed. What a beautiful, beautiful look at the lake. All right, look at the radar. It is all clear. Expected to remain that way going into this upcoming weekend. Still not expecting any major precipitation there. And satellite picture looking very nice. Got a few clouds there across portions of Mississippi and Alabama, really just a little bit, but otherwise we're looking pretty good. Got a lot of clear skies here across the area, looking very nice, and expected to remain that way here for tonight. Regionally looking like this as temperatures have warmed up. We're at 62 degrees in the Chattanooga, and again we're going to see things warming up into the possibly some 70s getting into the area here coming into this upcoming week, especially going into the weekend. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what we can see here on the model data. We're not seeing how much going into this weekend. Looking at the European here, so I want to show you the long range of when we expect some rain back in there. Now, Saturday's looking pretty good. You know, it's caught with some showers there Saturday morning up there across portions of the Carolinas and northern Tennessee. Not looking too bad here, though. Looking quiet going into next week. Monday's looking pretty good. And then as we go into Tuesday, going to Wednesday, there's some rain back off toward our west on Wednesday. Looks like maybe late in the day Wednesday, maybe get a shower or two in here. But the main thrust comes in here on Thursday with the cold front moving on in next week. So it looks like Thursday next week right now is our best chance for any rain opportunity. So for the most part, we should stay on the dry side. So here's our forecast as we go through the next 7 days. Again, watch that little timestamp there on top as we highlight the days of the week from the National Weather Service here as we go into your Thursday. Again, kind of a weak frontal boundary kind of moving through on Thursday, looking pretty good there. Friday, no concerns, no complaints, looking pretty good. Saturday, looking great. High pressure still in control, looking very good here for our weather thanks to that high pressure system. And we're going to continue to see that continue to dominate our weather here just for a few more days before we start giving ground. So again, there's that high pressure right there, looking pretty good. Can't complain. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look going into next week. Sunday, looking good. There's high pressure still in control. Monday, we start seeing some of that moisture back off toward our west. And then we'll see what happens going into Tuesday and Wednesday on the rain chances. A little questionable on that. And there's a weak backdoor front. There's the main front coming in on Thursday. So there might be some question marks on day 7, especially on our forecast that might have to change a little bit. So we'll keep a watchful eye on that. All right. But in the meantime, enjoy some great weather. So here's our forecast here for tomorrow as we continue that warming trend, 66 and 38. Might see some patchy areas of fog in some places for tomorrow. Otherwise, should be looking pretty good with abundant sunshine. Looking at your regional perspective, again, clear, maybe some patchy fog here and there. Again, most areas down into the 30s, and with the calm wind conditions here tonight, might see some patchy areas of frost as well here to begin your day on your Thursday. Daytime highs, everybody's into the 60s, so even the mountains getting into the 60s as things begin to recover nicely here over the next couple of days. Regionally looking like this, 65 in Nashville, 70 in Birmingham. How about 66 in Charlotte, 70 in Savannah, and 72 down in Columbus, Georgia. And the next 7 days, here we go, as again, we're flirting with the 70s coming in for Saturday and Sunday, looking nice there. Overnight lows so come up a little bit. And then we got that little backdoor front there on Monday, kind of cools it off a little bit. And then we got a little bit of uncertain forecast, I would say, for days 6 and 7. So expect some changes on that. But for right now, I'd say the next 4 days going into the weekend, we're looking pretty good. I don't see any major changes in that forecast needed for right now. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Again, we'll see if we're going to get some more auroras tonight. Again, space weather is like 100 times more difficult to forecast than it is weather on the planet. So very, very tough indeed. In fact, what happened yesterday was there was 2 waves this coronal mass ejection that came out that kind of merged together. That was a little bit of a surprise. So it was much more robust than what was originally forecasted. So we'll see what happens as the strongest of the waves are supposed to hit tonight, but we'll see if there's actually a third wave there or not, or they've already come through already. So that remains to be seen. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. If you're over there on Facebook, give us a like and follow. And on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. That's y'all's update. Y'all take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.